You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your full roster of weekly spoilers for Monday, May 5th through Friday, May 9th. We're going to see Kayla taking a huge risk, Chanel exploding, and Alex doing a little bit of sneaky skullduggery. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, click that subscribe button. Let's jump right in. Monday, May 5th is season 60, episode 181. Marlena has some advice for Johnny, and I'm sure it's about his doubts about fatherhood, about his worthiness to adopt, his issues with EJ, the recent issues with Chanel and their marriage because of all of these other issues. Meanwhile, Shawn and Steve are cooking up a plan. They want to get that drug for Bo. Shawn doesn't want Steve to participate in stealing it, of course, because he's a cop and he's worried he's going to get fired. And Steve actually tells Shawn they need to bring Kayla in on this, and maybe it's so she can help them get the access they need. But my gosh, if Dr. Russell's drug goes missing, obviously Kayla is going to be the first person they suspect because she just asked about it and she was so desperate. Plus, Chanel has a few things to say to EJ DiMera. She's furious. And I'm guessing Chanel's going to rant about his horrible deeds, leading Johnny to cancel the adoption. And of course, EJ won't like to hear that at all, and it may stress him out. Plus, Chad wants to know why EJ did the online auction bidding and why he's going on a date with Cat. I wanted them to explain the timing of him being in a coma, waking up, and 5 minutes later bidding on that auction, because it's very hinky. And then EJ's kind of prodding at his brother Chad and asking him if he has feelings for Cat. And Chad does have feelings for Cat, but he doesn't want to have feelings for her. So Chad's probably going to be in denial, and we'll see. He talks to Cat on Monday, and Chad is trying to get her to think twice about something. And I wonder if he's going to warn her about EJ, but the date was for charity. She committed to it. EJ paid the price. She really has to go on the date. Maybe, I don't know what Chad's going to say. Tuesday, May 6th, season 60, episode 182. Shawn has some questions for Jada, and it may be about her Rafe split. Shawn may be trying to suss some things out before he and Steve go do the heist. Maybe trying to make sure that, his boss isn't going to catch them doing the crime. Gaby completely loses it. It could be personal about the shooting if she is still under suspicion, or professional about Gabby Chic and her wanting to get her brand out from under Titan. Also on Tuesday, Sophia is very upset and Tate is trying to lift her spirits. Everything is going wrong for poor Sophia. The adoption is off. Her mom, Amy, is refusing to even let them restart the adoption process. They've got 3 months to go. They have time, but looks like she's back to, you guys need to raise your baby. But Sophia really wants to go to college. And of course, she's devastated because she can't go to prom because she is on partial bed rest. Doug 3 ignores Holly on Tuesday as well. If you remember, Doug 3 was looking at homeless shelters. He does not want to get Holly in trouble. And if he tells her what's going on, she's going to try and save Doug 3 again. Then on Wednesday, May 7th, episode 183 of season 60, we've got EJ inviting Dr. Russell, the guy with the miracle sepsis drug that everybody wants for Bo, over to the DiMera mansion. So EJ tells Dr. Russell that he's planning to bankroll the struggling university hospital. And I wonder if EJ is talking to him because he plans to put him in charge and fire Kayla. I mean, that totally sounds like something EJ might do. She really hates him. And this could also just be something EJ wants to do because the DiMeras are all in about cutting edge research. We'll see. Plus, Kayla kills 2 birds with 1 stone. She is going to tell Steve this week they need to steal the drug ASAP. And of course, she thinks Dr. Russell is leaving. He is trying to get out of his contract, but EJ's cash infusion could change the doctor's mind. But of course, Kayla doesn't know about that yet. Plus, Alex has something to show Xander. He loves this book that Stephanie has written, but I just wonder if Alex is going to show it to Xander and talk to him about it before he has Stephanie's permission to do so. And when I get into the spoilers for later in the week, you'll know why. Also on Wednesday, Belle does some bonding with her ex, Shawn Brady. They run into each other at the pub. They're both stressing about their dads. You know, she still hasn't heard any word back on the search for John Black. Shawn is desperate because Bo Brady is dying of sepsis, so they're both very upset. And of course, you know, these are their fathers-in-law, ex-fathers-in-law, so each of them knows the other really well, so they're going to do some commiserating. Thursday, May 8th, episode 184 of the current season. Kayla, absolutely out of hand, rejects AJ's offer. So my question is, can Kayla really afford to turn down EJ's cash infusion into the hospital? I mean, obviously the DiMeras are sketchy, but she's also actually collaborated with Dr. Rolfe in the past, who is the DiMera's, you know, wicked personal scientist when it came down to people she cared about, like Sarah getting that experimental serum and everything. So I just don't know if Kayla can get away with rejecting EJ's investment offer. I don't know if the hospital board will do that. I mean, the hospital's at risk of being shut down. Marlena tries to help Johnny, and she also talks to EJ at the hospital this week. Xander and Sarah are ready to pack and go on their honeymoon, and Chanel is obviously still upset about the adoption, and Abe comforts his stepdaughter, and Chad gets a free pass from Cat. Also, it looks this week like EJ and Cat may have their date because she's very dressed up, perfect makeup, smiling, looks like a date outfit, not like her usual minimal look. Friday, May 9th is season 60, episode 185. Sarah's big plans to head out on that honeymoon with Xander are wrecked. Looks like Sarah has an allergic reaction to something in some cake in the town square, and they have to run over to the hospital to get medical attention. And I don't know if this is just to derail the honeymoon or to set her up to be in a hospital room where Xander can eavesdrop on Sarah talking to somebody about the lie, because we all know it's coming out soon. Javi and Leo have a heartfelt conversation as the week ends, and Kat and Chad both comfort Felicity on Friday, plus EJ will do whatever he has to do to protect Johnny. He thinks Johnny shot him. So I wonder if EJ is going to throw an alternate suspect under the bus, like Gaby. That would be kind of interesting. And Alex works his magic charm on Stephanie and tells her he thinks that her book is a bestseller waiting to happen, and he wants Titan to publish it, but she may not be happy if he showed it to Xander without her permission. So we'll see the order of events this week and if Alex is in a little trouble.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.